Hey Cancer, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Awaken Wild Child Tarot. And today we're going to be doing your weekly reading for the second week of December. So let's see, what can you expect from this week in all areas of life? Let's start right away with your first card, Cancer, which is Owl. Follow your intuition. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful artwork here. This is going to be a week in which you need to follow your heart. All right, you need to follow that expansive feeling of the things that feel right, that constricting feeling. Listen to it when something is wrong. Even if you don't understand it, it is going to be important for you to really acknowledge it this week. All right. By the way, this is good for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. You can also watch your other signs, your other placements here in the channel. We're going to have weekly readings for every sign, with a slight favoritism for Pisces because we used to run the Pisces Club, so it is what it is. Okay, we have, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Okay, so the best way for you this week to connect to your intuition, I would say, would be through, yes, meditation, also animal spirit guides, and crystals. This is reminding me of a crystal, even though it's like a watercolor. It's making me think of like obsidian crystal. So at the end of the reading, I'm gonna pull one card from this beautiful animal deck. This is one of my favorites. I have like almost 300 decks, and this one is one of the top like five, I would say, if not three. So stick to it till the end because that's the card that tends to wrap the whole message up. All right, so universe, bring in the ideal messages for Cancer. What is it that Cancer needs to hear for this week? Please bring in detailed predictions, the best advice, and the most powerful confirmations for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, we have the Five of Swords as the first energy showing up. This basically means that energies can be a little bit disrupted as far as social matters go. This card always comes up when there's like people fighting for fighting's sake, like bickering for bickering's sake. No real argument, no real need for a conversation, but it's like when you just need to vent and someone just grabs you in a wrong moment and kind of like starts asking you all the wrong things and you just kind of like, ugh. That's the kind of energy that I feel here with the Five of Swords. Everyone having like a different opinion, everybody kind of like defending their points of view in a way that is kind of nasty. So beware of that. This week, just try to mind your own business. Stay in your lane, do your own thing. If you see that someone is kind of like snarky, just let them be. Let them be, give them their space, their distance, they'll come around. If you find yourself getting into that like bickery energy yourself, take a deep breath, take a step back. It's gonna be okay. It's not needed. It's not gonna take you anywhere nice this week. We have the Three of Pentacles here as the challenge. So it's going to be kind of difficult to work as a team, to have team consciousness, it could show up at work. It could be difficult for you to do your job if someone else is not doing theirs. Or someone could be just almost like going back and forth with you on every single decision that you make at work. It could maybe not show up in work, but instead in the household as, family members who may be kind of having different perspectives. It is a good week to be extra patient with everybody and basically expect no one to be patient with you. I know that sounds super unfair, and it may not be the case, but I would rather like tell you, hey, everyone is gonna be preoccupied by their own stuff, so don't expect them to be overly kind, overly patient, because it's very unlikely, it seems. And if it happens, great. Wow, we have the Ten of Cups in your recent past. So you have had a moment in your life, Cancer, recently, a period that has been more peaceful. I feel like maybe you in the past were very exposed to this energy on daily basis for years and years and years. Maybe growing up, maybe, as a young adult, I don't know. And I feel like for quite some time now, you've been in a more harmonious space. Maybe you have filtered through and pushed out everyone toxic, and now it's like the dynamics are just nicer, healthier, more balanced. But then when this week comes around, maybe you get in touch with someone from the past, or you see people who you just know that they bring this energy. And it's like it creates a contrast that you can be grateful for. You can very easily say this week, like, wow, I'm actually doing a whole lot better with relationships. And now that I see these people I haven't seen in forever and realize how toxic that was, I'm proud of myself, kind of thing. With the Page of Cups, it's like you have learned, Cancer, a whole lot about expressing your emotions in a way that is like real, transparent, honest, vulnerable, but also you are learning how to be strategic and smart about that. You could be dealing with a younger water sign this week. Could be a child, could be someone younger than you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person could be even your age or older, okay? But the thing is they're very immature. Okay? It's like significantly immature. Like you can tell that this person does not know how to regulate their emotions, process their emotions, recognize emotions. It's like this person is kind of clueless. The opposite of emotional intelligence is basically their way to operate. So that's why the extra patience here is needed. This person may be coming up to you this week, offering you something. Could be an apology, could be an invitation, a proposal, um, telling you, that they miss you, wanting to come back into your life, wanting to be a part of your life again. It could be a new person that comes in for some of you, but I feel mostly past person energy. If it is a new person, I think you're gonna very, very quickly be able to tell that they're not that emotionally mature and that they're probably, kind of like a little lost. You may need to evaluate very carefully options this week, okay? You may have more than, it's like you're gonna have plenty of options in whatever is coming towards you. So, yes, you can be a Cancer, Sun, rising, and that doesn't mean that everybody's gonna get the same exact interpretation of these cards, okay? So, what I see in essence is you getting a lot of options in one specific area. So, for example, let's say that you are single and you're interested in, finding a proper relationship. That's what you're hoping for. This week could be one in which a lot of options present themselves. A lot of people tell you, hey, do you want to hang out? Yes, I've always been meaning to ask you out or whatever. And it's like, not one, not two, but plenty. Now, for others of you, it may manifest in the shape of a work proposal. Sorry, I got interrupted. So yeah, what I was saying is basically you're getting a lot of options and proposals in a single area. So tons of job offers at the same time, romantic offers at the same time, or things that interest you at the same time. It's like you're gonna need to very carefully see those pros and cons and really see what actually makes sense and what could be wishful thinking here. I wouldn't particularly ask other people for their opinions this week. It doesn't seem like people around you are all that welcoming, quite frankly. They could be very good relationships. There's nothing wrong with the people around you, but I feel like they're either going through a difficult time or just really out of patience. It's like, I don't know astrologically what may be going on, but it seems like people are a little edgy. Careful when you're driving and stuff like that, because people can be a little bit more like aggressive than necessary. Aren't they always, right? But like a little bit more. So be careful with that, right? Um, your environment is presenting you with, again, a need for a decision making. But don't make the decisions if you don't have all the information. If you feel like you have a ton of options, yes, you can recognize the options. You don't know which ones you prefer. Don't feel pressured to make a choice this week, okay? Make a choice when things really do feel aligned in your common sense, your heart, and your intuition. Like all of it, okay? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. It's like you want to have more time to think about something. And yes, it could be about this particular, you know, rainfall of opportunities, but it could be about, your life in general. Maybe you just want to take some downtime, take it easy, and not be pressured into anything. At the same time, maybe you also recognize that if there is no pressure, you could be kind of indulging in not making a choice because it's maybe not urgent. So it's kind of like a give and take. This position of this card here is your hopes and fears. So it's like simultaneously something that you hope for and something that at the same time you kind of fear. Then we have the Seven of Swords. I see you being very strategic. I see you being objective and assertive. I see that you're definitely maturing out of this Page of Cup energy. It's going to be very significant. You're going to be able to say like, well, I know my nature. I know how open-hearted I am, how loving, how giving, right? I am. But that doesn't always mean it's the right moment to share that love with others or to share everything that's going on with others. It's like a good idea to keep things private this week, to, again, stay in your own lane, do your own thing. Keep opinions to yourself, especially if they are not requested, and if they are requested, be careful on your delivery, because it seems to be one of those weeks in which everyone has the offend button, like, on display. And I don't know, it's like the best thing you can do is just mind your own business. And these readings tend to usually bring a little bit more guidance than that, but it's one of those weeks. It is what it is. So let's pull your angel number for this week and get an affirmation to see what else the universe has in store for you. By the way, if any bit of this reading has resonated, please let me know in the comment section. I am sort of new on YouTube with all signs. So I've been doing Pisces, the Pisces Club, for like ages. And now I'm starting over with all signs channel. And I don't really know you, so I would love to know you, get to know you, and see where you're watching this video from. What country are you in? I'm curious. I really am. I am in Panama next to Costa Rica in Central America. And I know that's a rather uncommon place. I think it's not like the most common at all, but I want to know if you guys are in the States, if you are in UK, if you are in Australia. I would love to hear all about it and start to get to know you guys because I'm going to start reading for you weekly, so I want to connect. Your message for this week, as far as the angel number, is change. Change happens outside your comfort zone. The time for change is now. The angels are whispering for you to trust your path and to learn how to walk it. Take the next step, allow change to lift you up and guide you forward. Now, this card includes an affirmation. If you would like to claim this energy, tell the universe, hey, I want this, I claim this energy. Comment in the comment section below. I release all that no longer serves me as I am guided to move outside of my comfort zone and let change in. This is going to be a weekend in which it's important for you to trust your own judgment, your perception, your perspective, your strategy moving forward. If you're usually someone who likes to have other people's opinions and ideas and bounce things off of them, this is going to be a week that tells you you need to trust your own path, your own judgment. Now, last but not least, the most important, oh my god, as I said that, oh, I got chills. So, remember that I was interrupted, so I started the video again? As soon as I said, well, now, last but not least, it was 555, and I just happened to look at the card. It was like 55555, which was pretty cool. Anyway, So yeah, your animal spirit card here is, ooh, wow, the tiger. Powerful stuff. Let's see what this card has to say. This is from this deck, Animal Spirit Guidebook by Kim Krantz, one of my favorites. I'm going to read the message from the booklet, the whole thing, so we don't miss anything. And in the meantime, if you have resonated with this reading, I would love to have you here for future ones, so please subscribe. Alright, so this is a card about lunar force, ease in darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirits. Sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour. The tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, this energy is passionate, strong, and sensual. When this energy is out of balance, it is overstimulated. To bring into balance, candle gazing. Okay. The way I'm interpreting it is basically everything that they mentioned as darkness or silence is kind of like that isolation energy of not having anyone around to run to distract yourself with, to vent to bounce ideas off from. It's like in that stillness you find your power this week. So go for it, Cancer. Beautiful reading. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. You know, be patient, extra patient. We all know that you're very patient, Cancer. And some people don't deserve it. That's for sure. But this week, I think the best thing you can do is to not engage and just kind of like go in your own lane with your nice music and try to ignore everything around you as you go through your own process. I hope this makes sense. Let me know. Sending all my love. I'll see you next week. Bye, Cancer.